What's up, everybody? 65 Lokes, ScaleRiders. I'm here back with another video. On this video, I'm gonna show you how I mix my flake using House of Color medium reducer and also some SG150 pearl and flake carrier. These are the components, everything that I need to make this possible. I have some House of Color measuring spoons and also some metal sticks that are, well, mixing sticks made from Tamiya. And I'm also using the Tamiya jars, the small ones, for this video. And here we have the flake. This flake here, I purchased this in Japan last November at the Moon Eyes show. And we have the silver mini flake, and we also have the rainbow mini flake as well. So when you mix this, you want to mix it, the reducer and the flake carrier are 1-to-1. As you see here, let me get this over here, get this closer. Bam. Let's see. Alright, so I got it up to the 10. Let me move this back. Oh, there we go. So that's one part. I started off with the pearl and flake carrier, the SG150. I put one part. The second part is going to be the reducer. After I add that second part, I'm going to use the Tamiya mixing stick just to stir and agitate everything. And then after that, I'm going to be measuring the flake with the House of Color spoons and pouring that in there. And then once I get that going, then I'm just going to mix it up and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead right now and start off with adding the reducer. Now we're going to keep pouring that in until we get to the 20 mark. Almost there. I usually wear my mask, safety mask, but the purposes of this video, I'm not wearing it just because you wouldn't be able to hear me that well. So I'm just doing it this time. But be safe. Always wear your mask, no matter how small the job is or how short the time is. You gotta protect yourself at all times, just like a boxing match. Okay. Alright, now let's mix that up. Now we're gonna add the flake. Alright, so I added half a teaspoon of the rainbow mini flake onto the cup. Alright, here we go. You see it, nice and shiny. Always gotta make sure you wear a mask. This is something you wanna avoid breathing in because it's very dangerous. It gets in your lungs. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in now. Apologize for the movements. I have the camera on a gimbal helping me stabilize, and then I'm just using one hand for this, but let's see, let's do this. So it all goes in there. Alright, now I'm gonna get my Tamiya mixing stick and let's see it come to life. So at this point, you either can add more or leave it as is. It's all your preference. Let me take a look at it from the side. Let me check out the side view just to see if I like the way this looks. If I feel it needs more. Let's see here. Look at all that flake. It's a lot of flake. Here, let me mix it a little more. think this looks good. Cool. Alright, so now I'm gonna seal this one up, and I'm gonna start with the silver flake next. Alright guys, so I got the silver mini flake loaded up here. This is half a teaspoon right here. So now I got my jar ready with my reducer and my SG150. It's already mixed. Now we just need to pour in the flake. So let me go ahead and adjust the camera for this angle so you guys can see it. Right, here we go. Before I poured in the silver mini flake onto the spoon, I had cleaned it just to get rid of the rainbow. Alright, so let's mix this up. Let's move it around. Make sure it gets everywhere. It's not all clumpy. I'm using the other Tamiya mixing stick. These are great. You find them pretty much at any hobby shop, except for like Hobby Lobby, but you could also go online, find them. They're about like 2 for $5. Pretty cheap. Okay, let's set that down. Now let's check out the flake. Damn, look at that. It's nice and blingy. So I'm gonna add the cap to this, and I'm gonna shake that up as well. Shake it. It's just dancing. All right. So we got rainbow and silver ready to go. These here are ready to spray. So after you're done, you know, highly recommend clean your tools with some lacquer thinner, and all this right here, just get it, clean it up, lacquer thinner. I used a paper towel just so it could be a lot easier to clean up. If there's, you know, whatever flake that fell on the napkin, I could just toss that away pretty quick. So most of the House of Color products that I used here, I picked these up at Coast Airbrush. They're in Anaheim, California, and their website is coastairbrush.com. They also carry flake as well, but the one on this video, I got this in Japan. This is let's see here, Show Up Colors Custom Color Series. I'm not sure if he's got a website. This is I just kind of came across these at the show and I picked them up. He was selling them for about $20 a bottle, and I mean, you get a good amount in there, and I know that's gonna last a long time. If you have any questions, just make sure you comment and let me know. I'll look up the links for the House of Color products from Coast Airbrush, post them up on there. You guys can check them out. But I highly recommend these spoons here. They're great. You know, different sizes. That way you keep it consistent and precise with what you're doing. Like before, the other video I was saying that I used to use like a little hobby knife, or even just like using this to scoop out of it, and it's like wasn't as accurate, you know. I was just kind of guessing. But that'll be all for this video, and hope you enjoyed.